Congressman Devin Nunes, Ranking Member, House Intel Committee, the Republican from California. Sir, good morning and welcome back to our program. I've got 4 minutes and I got a stack of stuff to go through. Let's see how far we do. There are depositions set for release today that include Christopher Steele, depositions that you have not seen yet. Why is this significant today?
Well, Christopher Steele, who was contracted by the Clinton campaign to go talk to Russians. We don't know what Russians he ever talked to. We tried to get him to come and talk to the House Intelligence Committee. He refused. However, he was sued, so there was a deposition that was done. Thankfully, the courts have ordered that deposition to be released, so it could be the first time that we actually see, did Christopher Steele actually talk to Russians? Did he write the entire dossier that was then used by the FBI to target the Trump campaign?
And why would this be public today?
The judge has ordered it public, so this was they wanted it sealed. Both David Kramer and Christopher Steele have fought this, and these are going to be released. Now, there could be nothing in there, but it should be the first time we actually see in their own words what they were up to in 2016 as it relates to the dossier.
Another topic, Lisa Page, apparently there's a question under the Texas Republican John Ratcliffe as to whether or not the Justice Department wanted the whole email matter on Hillary Clinton shut down, and she apparently admitted that under oath. How significant is that now?
I think it's very significant. Look, this never made any sense. If anyone in the military or anybody in the intelligence community, including people within the FBI, if they were to leak like that, they would be fired. They would be imprisoned. I mean, they would be prosecuted. There were dozens and dozens of classified emails that were actually put onto an illegal server that was then destroyed, that was likely picked up by foreign intelligence. God knows what countries actually have these classified emails that Clinton was sending. But the bottom line is that she should have been held accountable, and she wasn't. And there was an orchestrated effort, a conspiracy, so to speak, to ensure that she was not prosecuted.
So you believe that has now been proven based on her testimony? Well,
Page is one of the top, she was one of the top lawyers, a lawyer for the deputy director of the FBI. The whole thing was strange. I mean, the FBI is not supposed to make these decisions. Supposedly, the Attorney General Lynch gives that decision making over to the FBI. None of this ever made sense. I mean, that's what Page testified to. And the fact that she wasn't prosecuted on something that rank and file people in the military and intelligence community get prosecuted for is unfathomable.
But James Comey, who ran the FBI, said the following: "What I assure the American people, this investigation was done completely, honestly, and independently. No outside influence of any kind was brought to bear." End quote. What do you think of that statement?
Well, I'm not sure what credibility Comey has left. I mean, he went out and sold a book. This guy brought tremendous disgrace on the FBI. We are still trying to get to the bottom and clean up what has been a total disaster for the FBI and DOJ, and we're a long way from getting it cleaned up to get the FBI and Department of Justice back on track so that the American people have confidence in their capabilities.
All right, let me go back to Lindsey Graham. He asked two questions, the second of which was this insurance policy that apparently showed up in a text message, right? Remember that?
Yes.
Did they start the Russia investigation, these are Lindsey Graham's words, into Trump as an insurance policy in case he did win? Do you believe that is the case based on everything you have seen?
Well, I actually have said this numerous times. The insurance policy is more than just the investigation that they opened up into Trump, the Trump campaign, and Trump himself. Really, what the insurance policy has to do with is what is remaining of the classified documents that we have been fighting for them to be revealed as it relates to the FISA, the Bruce Orr 302. I think it would illuminate a lot of light on exactly what the insurance policy was.
Is Bill Barr wrestling with this as the Attorney General? Is Bob Mueller wrestling with this? Because I've heard a pretty consistent message from you for about 2 years now. Are these two men trying to figure out between them what is legit and what is illegal, and what do we tell the American people?
Well, look, at this point, the Mueller investigation, it went off the rails a long time ago. They have zero credibility. They have been looking for 2 years. They have no evidence of collusion. And look, this would not be complicated to find collusion. Remember, that was the whole story. We were going to find evidence of Trump colluding with the Russians to get dirt on Hillary. Not only has that never been proven, we actually have the opposite. We have the opposite is true. It's a fact. The Clinton campaign hired Christopher Steele to go and talk to Russians to get dirt on Trump. That's never been prosecuted. So what in the hell is Mueller doing? I have no idea. But the fact that it wouldn't take long to look at people's emails, cell phone calls, any type of landline calls, bank records, this is all stuff Mueller's had. I mean, this is something that could take a month for the FBI to actually go and do. But instead, this has gone on for 2 years. This is some kind of joke. $50 million of taxpayer money's been spent. So the Mueller thing's off the rails.
Okay.
Thankfully, now we finally have an attorney general, and hopefully he's going to go in and start cleaning things up.
Well, we shall see. Appreciate your time today.